Well, hello, all my fellow Terrans out there. It's Toot here. I am your tutor. That's where Toot Tor Heels come from. The playlist on my YouTube channel, Tutorials. I am Toot. I don't know who all of you are, but you could introduce yourselves. Anyway, today is time for a serious talk about the C word. The C word is controllers. Anyway, I am not heavy-handed, ham-fisted, or fat-fingered. However, even in the early days of touch screen or touch controllers, I had one back on my first computer. I bought it. It was an external thing that hooked up to a USB drive. I didn't like it. And I don't know what it is about me and touch screens, but the two things don't go well together. And even back in the early days of my game playing on Doom, Quake, I wasn't a keyboard and mouse elitist. I installed a joystick and had many good hours playing those games and others with the joystick. It made the experience more pleasurable and far easier. I mean, even back in the days of the early Ataris, they had to be played with a joystick. There was no way. Anyway, I find trying to play Ark on a smartphone with the touchscreen only to be extremely difficult and frustrating. Therefore, I made a minor investment and got one of these controllers. They're really great. They come with a cable so you can recharge the batteries. They operate on a Bluetooth connection, and they're pretty simple. The actual device, there it is. That's what it looks like. It has heads-up display, which in Arc is non-functioning, and it has X, Y, and A, B keys. They all function. It has trigger keys, right and left. Actually, two sets of keys. Trigger and the B key on each side. The B key operates the options that would normally slide in from the left or the right. And all of the other buttons I don't think function in Arc, and I don't use them. Very simple. Just open up the phone holder, slip your phone in there, and that button right there in the center is where you turn it on. After you start your phone, you enable Bluetooth, you push that button. You have to have made the connection between your Bluetooth on your phone and this controller device. If you don't have Bluetooth, the controller device includes this handy dandy little Bluetooth adapter. You just plug it into a USB slot, load up the Bluetooth drivers, and bingo, you now have a Bluetooth connection. And it stores in the controller right here in this handy little slot. Oops. Maybe I am ham-fisted and fat-fingered. Anyway, there it is. That's non-functioning. That's just a holder for the USB adapter. Well, hello everybody. I am Toot, your tutor, here in the beautiful world of Ark. I love it here in Ark because I can be young again. I can run. Look at me go. I can jump and run. This is so terrific. Look at all of this. I can punch. And in first person, I can punch with my left hand as well as my right hand. I'm a tough old guy. But enough about me. This tutorial... So here I am standing in the rain. And I want to tell you about the controller and how it operates with your smartphone in Ark. You see in the upper left, there's a little box that says X. And if you press your X key, it opens your menu. Now, if you press the left button, which is above the left trigger, I can go through the menu items. You can see I have a number of things already in my inventory because I got to class early and collected a few things and had a couple of encounters with a couple of the local wildlife. And I built myself a pick so I can defend myself. Already I have to repair it. Anyway, the right key goes through the menu items to the right. Left key goes to the left. Right to the right. No network connection. I know that. Press on the B key, gets rid of that, and one on the left gets me back to my inventory. Now I can slide on over here to this tab or this window or this pane in my menu, and I've selected the control tab. And this is the way you can set up your controller. So I have the hotbar layout on the screen. The left multi-tap changes the view. That's the default setting. Right multi-tap, which would be the B key. The left multi-tap is the left the B key. The on-screen jump and attack shows icons on the screen that you have to tap, although the right trigger button, the right trigger I should say, does those things. And I have the invert look set so that when I look up, when I push the right joystick forward, I look up. When I pull it back, I look down. To me, that makes sense. Now, to get out of the menus, I press the B key. To get in, press the X key. X opens, B closes. X opens, left button goes through the menu items to the left, right button goes through the menu items to the left. And we keep getting this annoying sign, this annoying dialog. I'm not doing any of that because I'm not online. So B key out. Now, pretty much, if you're at all familiar with the way game controllers work, the right joystick
looks to the right if you press it to the right, and looks to the left if you press it to the left. In my case, push it forward, it looks up. Pull it back, it looks down. Pull down for down, push up for up. You can invert that if you're more comfortable with the other way of using a controller. Oh, I've gotten a level up. Standing here in the rain. In the left joystick, I slide sideways to the left by pushing it left, or to the right by pushing it right. I go backwards by pulling the joystick back, and forward to go forward. Now, there is an option here. I'll press the X key, go over here to the controls, and you see the bottom, or anyway, the third one down, auto run is checked, which means that if I hold the left trigger, I will just, if I push the left joystick forward, I'll just kind of do this dog trot. But if I push it all the way forward and hold it, then I'll start running automatically. Sometimes that's a little annoying, especially when trying to control one of your tames and get them to move quickly but not run, because their stamina will wear out very fast usually until you get them leveled up quite a bit. Now the hat key doesn't do anything, and on the controller there are 6 other buttons which, as far as I know, don't do anything. Now to go back into the menu items again, we'll slide over here and you'll see a button there in the tabs of the in the control tab. It says View Controls. If you click on that, you get the basic controls, and that tells you what everything does if you're playing on screen. The main difference is the controller, joysticks, and various buttons do all of those controls instead of actually having to touch the screen. And pretty much that's it in a nutshell. So, once again, welcome to my world of Ark. I am Toot, your tutor. It's the love. And we'll put away the pick for right now. And we'll say bye.